our ears are also extremely fragile and sensitive organs prone to damage from prolonged exposure to high levels of noise. And yet, noise-induced hearing loss is one of the most commonly reported occupational injuries. While any worker can be at risk of noise-induced hearing loss in the workplace, workers in many industries have higher exposure to dangerous levels of noise. Industries with high numbers of exposed workers include agriculture, mining, construction, manufacturing, and transport. For all workplaces with hazardous levels of noise, hearing loss prevention programs are a must. These programs should include the monitoring of noise, engineering controls and hearing protectors, regular audiometric testing, and a sound record keeping and evaluation procedure. Exposure to high levels of noise causes hearing loss and may cause other harmful health effects as well. The extent of damage depends primarily on the intensity of the noise and the duration of exposure. Workers and employers can measure the amount of noise they are being exposed to by using a noise level meter at their workstation or a portable dosimeter. Check with your state's Occupational Health and Safety Act or Code of Practice to see if you are at risk. Removing hazardous noise from the workplace can be managed in two ways, through engineering controls and protective equipment. Engineering controls include upgrading equipment, being sure to purchase machinery that conforms to Australian national standards. Installing mufflers or acoustic barriers, as limiting the amount of noise produced by the equipment is the best way to prevent noise-induced hearing loss. Hearing protectors such as earplugs and earmuffs should be used in addition to any engineering controls you undertake. They are a must when it is not otherwise feasible to reduce noise to a safe level. They should conform to Australian standards and be in good working condition. As well as wearing protective equipment, employees should take the time to ensure they have good personal hygiene. By regularly cleaning their ears and ensuring that ear equipment is sanitary, they can greatly minimise infections. Audiometric testing not only monitors the sharpness and acuity of a person's hearing over time, but also gives employers an opportunity to educate employees about their hearing and the need to protect it. Audiograms should be conducted at regular intervals and are useful in measuring the effectiveness of the noise prevention strategies being used in the workplace. Monitoring and testing noise prevention levels and implementing safety precautions can be outsourced to professional consultants. Comprehensive assistance includes an appraisal of all mechanical and environmental hazards of the workplace. It also covers aspects of the employee's present job safety and health program. If employers choose to undertake noise prevention strategies in-house, correct training and accurate record keeping is a must if the exercise is to be of value. Unsafe work practices cost industry and taxpayers millions every year, but more importantly, there is an unquantifiable human cost. Damage or loss of hearing due to avoidable environmental conditions affects the victims and their families indefinitely. And it's not just in the workplace that we can damage our hearing. Many of the chores we perform at home can be potentially dangerous and lead to hearing loss. Before commencing any potentially harmful activity, always ask yourself, is it worth the risk? We take for granted how precious our hearing really is. For example, imagine not being able to hear the sound of your child playing, or the crowd cheering at your favourite sport. The next time you consider not protecting your ears, ask yourself, is it really worth the risk? Put simply, employees must first identify noise hazards in the workplace. By measuring the levels of noise employees are being exposed to, the best engineering solution can be implemented, for example, mufflers or acoustic barriers. Hearing protectors like earplugs and earmuffs should also be used. Regular audiometric testing is the best means of measuring both the quality of hearing and the effectiveness of noise reduction strategies over time. Our hearing is one of the most precious of all the senses, so whether at work or leisure, take the time to ensure that you have an ear for safety.